Hi, I'm Bill Price.
And I'm Nick Macri.
And today we're here to review all the benefits of EXP Realty.
Yeah, here at EXP, we're all about changing lives. So I'm going to let Bill start the presentation, and I'll come back later and finish it off.
Great. So we're going to start off with our founder. This is Glenn Sanford, and he was smart enough, back in about 2009, he realized that technology is changing. He realized that there's consumers out there buying items and buying different products because technology changed. Well, what do you mean by that? Let's take a look. Well, what did Netflix do to Blockbuster? That's a technology disruptor. So Netflix came along with new technology and changed the way consumers operate. Same thing with Amazon, right? I know at my doorstep, there's packages there every night. Now my wife doesn't have to go to the brick and mortar. And look what happened to these brick and mortars. Circuit City, JCPenney, they're out of business. One of the main reasons is Amazon. So guess what, guys? EXP is the Netflix of real estate because these brick and mortars, we don't need them anymore. Why? Because we're working virtually, and that's what EXP is. We're a virtual real estate company, and we're growing quicker than any other real estate company in the country. Let's find out more about EXP. So here are 4 technology disruptors that EXP is brought into the marketplace. 1, we have great lead generation, which agents want. That's how they sell properties, right? 2, we have amazing training. We get trained by some of the top agents in the country, hands down. We have stock awards. Guess what, guys? No more getting a trophy wherever you're at now. Here we get stock. We're a nationally traded company. We're on the NASDAQ. And we have revenue share, which is almost, I call it like a little pension plan, retirement fund that we can create for ourselves. EXP gives us the opportunity. So we're going to go to our virtual world. So Nick is going to take us into the virtual world, and we have Nick's avatar. So Nick's going to walk over to the information center right now, and Nick's going to introduce himself and ask some questions so you see how our avatars work.
Yeah, thanks.
How are you today?
Hey, Amy, how you doing? So as you can see, we're in the EXP world, and we wanted to know, Amy, what's the most commonly asked question that you guys get here at the information desk?
Well, we always, where will we find the training calendar for all of our classes?
That's awesome.
That's our #1 question we get asked.
Yeah, we have over 40 hours of live training, so I assume a lot of people want to get to those classes. But real quick, we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. What part of the country are you in?
Yeah, I'm right outside of Chicago.
Awesome, great. We love Chicago. So thanks so much for your time, Amy. We're going to head over to accounting.
Now, see how easy that is? See, Amy?
Have a birthday.
See how easy that was? So we had some questions that we need answered. We just go to the virtual world. We don't have to get in our car, fight traffic, and go try to track down our broker in charge. So Nick's going to go over to the accounting department.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Doing good, Nick. How are you?
Doing really well. So we just want to know in 30 seconds or less what you guys can do for us at the Accounting Center.
Of course. So what we handle in here is going to be anything related to any of our stock programs, whether it's purchase stock or awarded stock. Should you have any questions or issues around either of those, they can be addressed here in this office. The second thing is going to be anything related to our revenue share program, whether it's a question on your downline or an issue with the payout. Those can be addressed here in this office. Thirdly would be anything about your 1099. So at the end of each year, reportable income will be generated from this department and sent out to you. But if you have any questions or issues on your 1099, they can be addressed here.
That's great.
We also handle anything related to our monthly billing or any billing that you see come from EXP. So an accounts receivable sub-department as well. Or if you ever need to change your direct deposit information, anything like that, they can be addressed here. On top of that, we're just a good wealth of information. So should you have a question and it's not for the accounting department, at the very least, we can give you our opinion and point you in the right direction.
Rob, that's excellent. I mean, you guys here at the accounting department are great. Real quick, what part of the country are you from?
I'm from Phoenix. I've lived there most of my life, but the cool part about EXP is it lets you work from home. So last year I decided I wanted to move to a place that would let me be outdoors a little bit more. So I moved out to Denver last year.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Rob.
Anytime. Thanks for coming in, Nick. Have a good one.
So once again, we see how Nick just walked over to the accounting department. He didn't have to go into the old brick and mortar office and maybe pick up a 1099. He can go to the accounting department and do what? Just say, hey, send me our 1099. So this is our big auditorium where a ton of training takes place every Sunday night. We have our training schedule emailed to us, and we have about 40 hours of live training. So right now, obviously, it's the end of the day, we're closed. We just want to come in here when it's nice and quiet and give you a picture of the auditorium. And guys, guess what? When it's like lead generation or social media, how to grow your business by social media, this auditorium is packed, standing room only. So it's really efficient, right? Our virtual world, we're saving so much time. And the more efficient we are, the more productive we'll be, the more money we'll make, right? So that's our virtual world, and we're going to keep it going. So now we have stock, and this really excited me. Since we're publicly traded, we get to grow with this company's success. So how does that look like for an agent that comes over? Well, we have our equity awards program. And basically, when you come over to EXP, you have your first closing, EXP awards you with $200 worth of stock. Kind of like that, much better than a trophy that has no value. Now, when you cap, we're 80-20 split. We cap at $16,000. EXP awards us with $400 worth of stock. Once again, I'm just selling real estate like I normally do, but I'm getting awarded stock. I'm growing with the company's success. And now, when I introduce EXP to an agent like Nick, and he comes over, he joins EXP because I was an influencing factor. I exposed him to EXP. He has his first sale. I get awarded $400 worth of stock. So that's awesome, because what are we doing as realtors? We're just selling real estate, but Glenn Sanford was nice enough to award us with having helped grow the company. Now we have that Icon Agent Award Program. These are for busier agents. I told you earlier we're 80-20 split. We cap at $16,000. If an agent sells another 20 houses, they're considered an Icon agent. Remember, we cap at $16,000. When you hit the Icon status, EXP awards you your $16,000 of cap money back to you in stock. Love that program. Been here 2 years now. I Icon 2 years in a row. Thirdly, we have the Agent Equity Program. And what's that? That's basically every transaction or every other transaction you decide, let's call it $10,000 commission, you can instruct EXP to take 5% of that commission, and they will purchase that. That'd be $500, and they'll purchase company stock for you at a 20% discount. So let's just say for easy numbers that the stock's at $10, I can instruct EXP, an Agent Equity Program, to buy that 20% discount, and I get it for $8. So how's it look after 2 years for me? I have over 12,000 shares of stock in this company in just 2 years through opting into these three programs. I feel part of a company, Nick, because of this, and it really excites me. So let's keep going with the presentation. So right now I'm going to bring Nick back in. He's going to talk about international collaboration. Here you go, Nick.
Thanks, Bill. So EXP Realty is a member of all 50 states. It's a member of all provinces of Canada. We just announced that we're opening the UK, Australia, and we have plans to announce further expansion into other markets. Now, what does this allow us to do? Well, because we're virtual and we have the online EXP world, as we showed you, we are able to connect and partner with some of the top agents, not just across the country, but across the globe, to partner in a number of different ways, be it referrals, masterminding, how to generate leads, conversion. We communicate with one another and we help each other win because, again, together, as you mentioned, Bill, with the stock, we're all invested in this company. So one of the ways that we do this is Workplace by Facebook. Workplace is a tool created by Facebook in which all 20,000 plus EXP realtors, all of the support staff, state brokers, assistant brokers, even all the way up to Glenn Sanford himself, everybody is on Workplace in one place. It's basically an inter-company chat where we can all communicate, again, for a number of different things such as referrals and masterminding. And it's great that we have all of our executive team and leaders on there because it allows us to see the transparency that the company so highly values. In fact, that's one of our main core values at EXP. And really, to someone like me, that was a big deal because now, you know, an agent here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we can see what's going on with the company, what is planned coming soon, and that really keeps you up to date with what's going on with the future of EXP. So that takes me over to SkySlope, which is basically your online filing cabinet. It's just where you keep all of your contracts and your documents online. But what's great is because everything is virtual and online, you can be on vacation or across the country putting in documents, and you can get it reviewed in real time by the contract review specialist at EXP, which is awesome. So that's a really big part of it. And finally, that leads me to KV Core. So I'm actually going to take you guys into KV Core because this is really the crown jewel of EXP's technology package. So at EXP, there's a $50 a month technology fee, but what that includes is a lot in there. There's a lot packed in there. We get a KV Core account, which is a CRM and lead generation tool. I've actually personally been able to generate hundreds of leads organically through KV Core using social media. There's tons of training on that as well. You get a website branded to you as the agent. You know, EXP is really real estate for agents. It's agent centric. We want the agents to feel like, you know, this is built for them, and so they get a website that could be branded to them. That also includes their SkySlope. It also includes a branded blog site to them, and you even get more stuff that we'll go over later included in that package. So right now I'm going to walk you guys into KV Core just so you guys can see what that looks like. And so what you can see is that in KV Core you have a number of different tools here. There's a lead engine, you have marketing options, you can manage your transactions through there. But the best part, in my opinion, again, is the website that is branded to you as the agent. So as you can see here, I have my picture here, I have my information, I have a video playing of Uptown Charlotte where I do a lot of my business. And then I was able to customize the website, including putting stuff like my own personal or my business page on Facebook on my site, some of the areas that I cover. And what you'll notice again, that it's branded to me, and that is something that normally, if I was out on my own as an individual agent, I would be paying hundreds of dollars a month for the same features. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the presentation, and I'll just leave you guys with this before I hand this back to Bill. Again, these features that we get for $50, a lot packed in there, and I really feel that it's given me the opportunity to generate leads that I wouldn't have had personally without EXP. So with that, I'm going to hand it back over to Bill.
Really exciting stuff because agents love leads, right?
Yes, they do.
And we get a lot from here. Okay, so this brings us to the most exciting part. We have a revenue share program here, additional income stream. So Glenn Sanford realized that, you know something, he's going to do a lot of commercials with EXP. He's going to grow this company organically. And how's he going to do that? He realized instead of having all that brick and mortar, the rent, the overhead, the light bill, right? The assistant there, answering phone calls. He's going to cut all that out because he built a great virtual company. So all that money that he's saving, he's going to recycle back to the agent. So how does that look? Well, we have 7 different levels here of how we can pick up additional money. So I basically call Nick and I tell Nick, I'm with EXP Realty. It has really changed the way realtors are doing real estate. It's an amazing company. Sit down, have some coffee, check it out. I sit down with Nick, I explain the model to him, he comes over. Nick has his first sale. Okay, let's just the easy numbers at $10,000 commission. Well, it's an 80-20 split like I told you earlier. Nick goes home with his $8,000. EXP gets $2,000. Well, EXP sends me a reward, okay? I get 3.5% of the $10,000 off the gross commission. So I get $350. I like that. Let's take it another level. So Nick calls basically his friend up, Annie. And Annie's a realtor, and she looks at the model, she loves it. She decides to come over to EXP. Now, let's say Annie has her first sale, say it's a $10,000 commission, okay? Well, like I said earlier, Annie goes home with $8,000, EXP gets $2,000, 80-20 split. Let's go back to this extra income stream we have here. Nick brought Annie over, so he gets 3.5% of that gross commission, $350. I get 4% of it. I get $400. I mean, that's pretty exciting, right? So when I saw this model, I sat down on a piece of paper, I said, you know something? I know that I can introduce EXP to, say, 5 agents in the first year, okay? And I can help them all introduce to 1 agent, so that'd be 10 agents. So that'd be 5 agents on my level 1, and what are they worth? $2,800 a year to me. Well, that's $14,000. And if those 5 agents all just brought over 1 agent, and they all do about $2.6 million in sales, they're worth $3,200 agent to me. Well, that's $16,000. So that's $14,000 and $16,000. That's $30,000. It's extra $2,500 a month. I like that model. So what has happened? I looked at that and said, I could do that pretty easily in the first year. Well, guys, I've been here now for 2 years, just had my 2-year anniversary. I introduced it to 40 agents, and guess what? It has grown to almost 850 agents now. Think about that. 850 agents in my organization from level 1 to level 7. I never thought that would grow so quickly, but this company is changing the way real estate companies do business, and guess what? It's changing my life. One thing I want to point out too, if Annie comes over, she only has 1 sale, well, Nick still gets his 3.5%. I still get my 4, okay? But if she does like 2.6 million, she caps out. Nick and I don't make any more money off her that calendar year. But guess what, guys? When our anniversary comes up, this starts all over again. It's an amazing model. So it's really changed my life. So we can go to the EXP Enterprise, and what I like about the EXP Enterprise, we can go in and see how we're doing as a realtor. I always want to, chart how I'm doing in my sales and progression during the year. So this is after 11 months at EXP. You can see I earned about $320,000 in commission. I'm capped, and my anniversary date is July 1. And you can see my revenue share is over $420,000. So all of a sudden my revenue share, it's real, guys. I love the company. I'm growing with the company, still selling a lot of real estate, and I'm growing with stock in the revenue share program. You can see right there, I can look at my sales, a little over $16 million. Not a bad year, about 38 units. So I can track everything. Total transparency, as Nick said earlier. I really like this about the company. And I can also click on the EXP Enterprise here. I can go to transactions, and I can go down and basically view every house I've sold in the last year. It will basically give me the date it sold, the address of the house, how much it sold for, how much my gross commission was, and how much EXP took. I like that a lot, okay? And this will also track stuff like stock. I can always go into my stock, and I can see how much stock I have. We have this whole EXP Enterprise here is basically our dashboard, how we run our business. Look, SkySlope, we want to download some documents, boom, you click right there. KV Core platform, lead generation, buy some more leads and make it rain, boom, you just click right there. We want to go down to education calendar. Every Sunday night, I told you comes out, we can just Sunday night plan our week. Right there, we can set our home office and get trained by some of the top agents. I can go down here and say logos, branding, signs. I need more signs or lock boxes. Order, boom, right from my home office. I don't have to go out and meet the sign guy anymore. We have custom marketing materials, really simple, okay? So say if you wanted to make an open house brochure, remember we'd have to try to make an open house brochure from scratch, from a Word document. Not here at EXP. We have templates for everything, from listing presentations to any kind of brochure, any kind of flyer. And once you make it, guys, guess what? It remembers it. It's there for you. So we'll bring up open house flyer right now, and you'll see as it pops up, here I am, because I did an open house flyer. And I can take one of my old listings out. It's real easy. It's really easy to edit. I just take the old pictures out, drag the new pictures in, change the date, change the verbiage. Everything is already a template. You can do open house flyer in, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And there's so many different things I could show in the marketing department. We just don't have the time to do it right now. So that's a great part about the EXP Enterprise. And we're going to just keep continuing with our presentation right now. And Nick, come on back in. And one thing, Nick, I like about EXP, it's really affordable to get started with EXP. That's one thing that Glenn Sanford wanted to do. He looked at everything from the startup costs to the splits, and he wanted to be the best real estate company in the country. Very agent-centric, like Nick said. It's for the agent. It's the first time that I feel like I have an end game, okay? We have a real estate company that's for us, not just the owner. So Nick, how much does it cost to get started here?
Yeah, Glenn didn't just want to be competitive. He wanted to be the best. So what we were able to do is he said, let's just have a one-time $149 payment to get started. And what does that include? It includes your first month's technology fee, your first month's training fee, and it also includes 1,000 free business cards. You get folders, you get a pin, you get access to all kinds of branding and marketing, discounted rates on signs and whatnot. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff packaged into that first month. And so like I said, there's a $50 a month technology fee, as I mentioned earlier, that includes KV Core, your website branded to you, a blog branded to you, all kinds of marketing materials and other technology. It's really, really cutting edge.
Yeah, with EXP Enterprise. And you said your great website. Where do you get all that for $85 a month? I mean,
you just can't.
You just can't. I mean, really, it's so affordable.
If you add it up as an individual agent, it's just hard to, I mean, you're spending hundreds of dollars on your own versus if you join a company that is cutting edge like EXP and has the package, the technology package, you get it for a much discounted rate. So
yeah, we just have the technology no one else does.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the technology fee, and again, the university fee is your online EXP World and all that training that we have, live hours of training. There's also hundreds of hours of training pre-recorded and saved. You could sit there one night and just knock it all out, be ready to go.
Talk about the training. When I came over 2 years ago, I think we had about 25 people working in the virtual world. Now we have over 400.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's always someone there to help you.
Yeah, exactly. And they're open late into the night as well, which is great. Then we have 2 transaction-based fees. We got a $25 broker review fee. Make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, keeps you in compliance. And you have a $40 E&O fee that caps at $500 every year.
Yeah, I mean, really affordable. It's such a great opportunity. I keep smiling because, we got a platform like no one else has.
Yeah.
To finish up, we're just going to review. Like I said earlier, we're 80-20 split. We cap at $16,000, which means you're 100% after that. We have a $250 transaction fee after you cap. And really important to point out, if you have a team, say I have a team, I'm the team leader, I am a $16,000 cap. But the 8 people who are members of my team, they're only an $8,000 cap.
Yeah.
So that's, those buyer agents that come over, they look at this, they're at a lot of companies with no cap or $16,000, $20,000 cap.
Yeah, or more.
$8,000 cap is so low.
Yeah.
So listen, thank you for your time. This is an awesome opportunity. If you want some more information, just contact me and Nick. We'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and we're here to change people's lives at EXP. That's what we like to say, and I can honestly say, it's changed my life. Bill, has it changed yours?
Absolutely. I couldn't be happier right now. And my wife and kids couldn't be happier. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time.